Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Andrew again with our talks and everything. Um, so our discussion today, actually, I woke up from it's a fucked up, not really a fucked up dream, but um, I've been dreaming about my brother lately, and it's not like what's it called? I've just been dreaming about him lately, and it's super crazy because like I thought, like I don't really dream about my brother. I always think he's alright, but we had a conversation actually maybe like 2 weeks ago that's like been kind of haunting me, like not in a bad way, but it's something that he said, and that's a lot to do with our like with our like childhood kind of. I mean, growing up and right now during like me and my brother's relationship, it's not like the greatest. It's not really like it's like there, but to be honest, I never actually had a conversation with him, like at all. And so what I always want to talk to you guys about is like relationships with our kin, with our with our siblings, with our parents and stuff like that. Cause I never actually did that. You guys don't really like know that part like about me, like how I am with my brothers and how I am with my family. And that's something that I want to share. You know, with here I have my buddy Mo.
Yo.
And I feel like he would be a good candidate to like have this conversation with, solely because I hear him talking about his sister like all the fucking time. You know, which is nothing bad. It's just like it's a good bond.
Facts.
And I don't really have like that kind of bond with one of my siblings. I mean, I feel like it could get there, but it's so different. Well, yeah, like growing up or whatever, I always, well, of course, you guys know I have two younger brothers. I have one, Christopher and Max. I love them to fucking death. Like I said, they're my fucking blood and everything. But off of what my brother was saying, he told me during the car, like it was a phone call. My brother told me he was like real egotistic, growing up, and he didn't like our family like growing up, which I could never understand why. But then now that I had put more thought into it, it's it makes more sense. It's because he's so different. If you guys know my brother's someone. Okay, I don't care where my brother's at right now. My brother got a full ride to an Ivy League school. He's super smart, super smart. His people skills, I don't know where they're at because I don't really like. So I've been here in the Marine Corps. I've been back there like 5 years. So my relationship with him kind of ended. When it ended, but it went from being there all the time to me having conversations with him maybe like once a week to once a month to a few times a year, which is nothing bad because we're all doing our things. But it is, his. I left when he like just started high school. Just started high school. He started like
Yeah, he missed the prime years.
Yeah, some prime years. Yeah, like developing as a fucking. I guess like not adult, but as a young teenager. Growing through his adolescence basically. Because once you hit 14, that's when you start like talking to girls or like meeting up with like everybody.
Or before that.
Or before that, yeah. Little few of us that are
Early.
Yeah, early
Trendsetters, let's go with that.
Not even that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just going in.
Yeah.
Trying things out you see on TV. But that's me and my brother's relationship right now. And like I said, I love him to death. He's fucking family. But I started thinking like so yeah. I woke up from a dream. And my brother just not like liking me. Like I know he loves me. Like I hope so. But I'm trying to like. Then I started thinking like where the fuck did like our relationship just like start like that? Because it's the way. I'm not saying it's the way he is because we're all a certain way. I'm not saying that he's a certain way and it's fucking like bad. I'm just saying this is the way he is. So I started thinking back, so, back and back and back and back and back. I started realizing other shit. It's like, his like relationship with my dad is not that great either. So I'm like, oh fuck, all right, let's start going back. Ah, fuck. And I started, I'm like, oh fuck. And then I had this fucking, it's not a fucked up memory, but it's a memory that I had when I was a fucking kid. And I'm pretty sure Chris doesn't remember it. But I do. It's one of like those early ass memories. So a long time ago, one of my family members in Mexico got sick. I don't like asking my mom that. I haven't really asked my mom, so I don't really know. I never like thought too much of it. But you know how like I honestly feel like we like remember certain things about our past that were like impactful. Because certain things you're not supposed to fucking remember, but some things like stay with you for the rest of your fucking life. You know, I think this is one of them. And I think I remember it because, you know, to like explain to my brother, explain to like my dad or something, you know, why the fuck it is how it is. So like my dad's and brother's relationship was like never really there. Like I noticed that like growing up, and I'm noticing it like a lot now. Like I never really paid attention to it because like of course I was in a household and had my own fucking issues, you know. I had, of course, like I had my dad and I had my brothers and my mom, you know. We're all living in a house, you know. But never like, now that I'm like an adult and I don't, my head's always thinking. So I think of like things like, I view them like it's turned like a different way, you know. Instead of like being in my life, I view my family as like a random family and seeing what they're going through. So back to the fucking memory I had. So someone in my family got fucking like sick in Mexico. My mom had to leave, but my dad couldn't leave because he was working. Right, my dad was working, and then he couldn't take care of Chris, my little brother, because he was too young. He was like still like a baby basically, and so he just took care of me. I was going to school or whatever. You know, I had my memories with my dad there. But now that I think of it, I don't know how long my fucking mom was gone. I don't know if she was gone like a year. This is what it probably felt like. Maybe a year, a few months. But what's so impactful about this is when we finally, like, my dad said, let's go fucking get mom, right? So we both go to Mexico, and then we pick up my mom. Of course, I remember my mom. My mom hugs me. He asked me, and I kisses my dad. But then Chris didn't know who the fuck we were. He didn't like, because he loved when he was a baby. I guess like his memory was like different, but he didn't know who the fuck my dad was. He didn't know who the fuck I was. He like knew how everybody around him, like who everybody around him was, but that's why I'm thinking like, why the fuck was he, like, how long were we gone? Like how long were they gone, or how long did we take to fucking go see them? You know, but my Chris didn't fucking know who the fuck my dad was, and I remember Chris acting like who the fuck is this guy, like just real silent and not like with my dad, you know. And then so now I'm thinking about that, like what if that like was a start, you know? If like Chris just got placed in like with a random ass person that he didn't fucking know. And the way I saw Chris treat my dad was how he is now. Real distant, you know. I'm pretty sure they share a lot of things, or maybe they don't, you know. But that's what I keep thinking about. And it's kind of bothering, but it's just like, it's always good to vent, you know. It was like I brought Mo, and, you know. So how's your relationship with your sister? Is it some type of way? Is it like...
Oh, no, it's real tight, bro. Like, first it was annoying having a little sister, but honestly, I didn't mind because I asked for one when I was a kid. Don't know why I asked for that, but I did. I was like, I want a little sister. My parents provided. Apparently, she was an accident. Actually, we both were kind of. My mom didn't plan on having kids till she was married. My dad was fucking around, being a little fucking playboy. But she didn't think it was that when she started raising us. Shit. Me and my sister's been tight since she was little, bro. She followed me around. I got annoyed, you know. I like, stop following me type shit. But I love you, big brother type shit like that. That shit. Eventually, I got used to it. It's still annoying, you know. All that extra hugging and being followed and tagged and all that shit's annoying. But you realize as you roll. But yeah, I am the big brother. I always wanted brothers. I always wanted the older brother. So I wish I wasn't the firstborn sometimes, but it didn't play out that for me. So I didn't realize how much of an impact I had on her till like later on. You know what I mean? Till I don't know. I want to say like till we came to America, and it was like, yo, it was just me and her because I used to take her to school. I used to take care of her. My mom had to go to work, so big brother had to take care of the house. You know what I'm saying? And my dad didn't want to come up to from Jamaica with us, so it was just us, and we were happy, honestly. Me and her bickered, but yeah, that's what siblings do. Like, she physically all lashed out. She had anger issues. She was fucking born, bro. She has the temper of my father. They called my dad Buck, bullheaded Buck, or some shit like that, back in the yard, you know. I don't know. We just grew tight. We was always tight. It was just like that. Yeah, we bickered and fought and shit. It was just always like that. Like, she would swing on me. I'm like, yo, don't hit me. Mom told me not to hit girls. And then I never hit her, but like, I'll throw her ass. Little ass want to get feisty. But she was a strong little motherfucker, man. Ever since she's lion-hearted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just what it is. And when I got older, I taught her how to fight because I realized her temper. I realized as young that her temper is gonna get her in some shit, and it did. Cause she was quiet at first, but when she actually started growing up and realizing that she don't like things that tick her off, it was like on sight pretty much. Bro, I didn't realize how much. As I said, until I got older, and she was like, I was really a big brother, bro. I got into a fight, bro. When I was younger, my little sister came out of nowhere, bro, with a little rock. Don't touch my brother. I was like, oh, that shit hit home. Didn't realize it until I started thinking back, like now, you know what I mean? Like, but
what's the age gap between you and your sister?
4 years.
4 years. That's the age gap between me and Chris.
And it's like we're twins, bro.
Yeah.
She's like the female version of me, but with an anger problem, which I had coming up. I think that's what made me curve my anger, bro. Because somebody had to be calm amongst us. Which is me and my sister. It's been me and her the whole time.
I think you cared more about like taking care of her than you did about like other situations, which is fucking good.
I don't know. The way she gets angry is the way I used to get angry. I just see red and I just go in. I go off. That's all. I refrain from it these days, but shit happens sometimes, and emotions take over. 4-year difference. She's been on my hip the whole time. I didn't really know much, but I knew I was 4 years ahead of her. So whatever advice I gave her from what I recently just experienced, pretty much. Like whatever I just went through is pretty much same shit. Everything I did is what she did. And her struggle coming up was, why I can't do what you do. I was like, you're a girl. You can't do everything I do. But she didn't understand that. You know what I mean? To her, she's like, that's not fair. And I was like, it's true. It's not fair. But the way you portray yourself as a woman is different than how I'm out here running around and doing dumb shit as a little boy. You know what I'm saying? But it was hard to say that as a kid. I didn't know how to say it.
Well, it's a man's world, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that to like offend any of the females that are like listening, but it is a man's world.
There's a lot of stigmas and shit out there, and I understood that from young, because my mom really drilled etiquette, manners, and everything into us, and I was like, a lady shouldn't be ratchet and loud and shit like that. Like my sister kind of went the opposite way with that, because when you force something down someone's throat, they tend to fade the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it coming. I tried to prevent it, but then I was like, I can't prevent this. I'm just gonna accept her for what she is, and I'm gonna coach her up. So one day she'll realize that she can't use her mouth for everything. Like she can't fire off the first thing that comes to her mind, because that just burns bridges for no reason. She's realizing that now that she has a kid.
Yeah, you broke, man. Yeah.
She's a teenage mother. I told her everything that's gonna happen in high school, bro. I literally just finished it. It was all those 4 years that she was like back of my hand, bro. I gave her the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
She didn't listen to me. But I kind of seen that coming. But now that I think about it, even if I was back home, because sometimes I blame myself for leaving, joining the Marine Corps, moving on and shit, leaving the house. Because when I was leaving, bro, she was the saddest person in the house, bro, right? Bro, because we shared a room. I gave her space. We didn't have many rooms in the house. Like, we shared a room. My little brother stayed in the room with my parents. And then we moved to another house to vacate. We had another room. We gave her her own room. And then me and my little brother shared. But that didn't last long because I shipped out. Me and her shared a room since we're coming up. Bunk beds.
Yeah.
I had the top bunk. She always wanted the top bunk because I was like, you're the little one. You can't have the top bunk. You're going to fall off her stuff. She just like, she questioned everything. You know what I mean? Why? That's not fair. Why? That's not fair. I was like... That's a constant argument between me and my sister, bro. It's like, why? Like, I tell her this. She recently just started understanding me a little bit because she's getting older too and she's maturing herself. So I was like, all right, cool. It's just been like that ever since. And the way I look at it now is, if I was there for her, like physically more, it probably would have panned out slightly different. But I honestly think everything happens for a reason, and all this is meant to happen for a greater purpose. Or sometimes people gotta learn the hard way,
Yeah.
and that comes without saying. It just happens. Some people just can't learn because I knew my words weren't really reaching her because of how our father was to us. We talked to that man through a phone all the time. He didn't want to come up to America. He kept saying, "Yeah, I'm almost there." And at 5th grade, I realized I'm tired of his bullshit. He lying.
Yeah.
I was like, my mom's like, "Yo, go talk to your father." I don't want to talk to him. And she's like, "No." My mom literally was holding on to it too. When she realized her kids was letting go and they were disheartened, she started like to move on with her life.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you gonna go jump with us?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I can see where you're.
Yeah, I've always been protective of her though.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been protecting my brothers
Always.
too. But
That's
like I said,
never gonna change.
Like I said, like my relationship with Chris is always weird. Even when I left, you know, like I talked to him and it's like it's completely fucking like it's. I don't say it's weird, but it's like not a normal conversation that I would have with like anyone else, you know. And it's fucking. I don't know, it's crazy. Like I didn't really understand like if my brother like liked me or not. I didn't really understand like my brother like liked me or actually like I don't want to say loved me because I know he loves me, you know, because we're siblings, but my brother's like I never seen my brother like shed a tear until like one time about like I think it was like the second time I fucking went on leave, went to go see my family, you know, but he did it the last fucking day, you know, he got real fucking like emotional on me because I told him like, yo Chris, well today's like my last day, I'm about to leave to the airport, and he started crying and I'm like, fuck. He's like, you okay? He's like Andrew, like, I don't want you to leave. And I didn't realize that, you know, like I don't know what's going on in his head or how his thought processes are, but like, you know, this is when I understood, like, you know, this motherfucker, like, you know, he does love me, he does care that I'm gone, you know, he does, like I am missing from his life, you know.
He's probably going through something he can't explain.
Yeah.
Or he wants to tell you, but
He can't because every time I have a conversation, it's just so funny. Every time I come have a conversation with me, he doesn't want to. Like, I feel like he wants to cut it short. It's because of the way I am. I'm real I'm like real bold and like I feel like I'm too much for him. You know.
It'll come out, bro. Especially when you get home again.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, kick it more. I'm playing like that. I get to kick it more. Once he actually gets across his own little line that he's ready to be like, all right, yo, I'm gonna tell my big bro what's going on with me. I feel like he's the only one that can actually understand me.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
y'all meet common ground somewhere, but you have to understand. You gotta remember what you just said. You're too bold for him. You gotta settle it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, I gotta
come
knock
to
it
his
down.
level so you can be like.
No,
all
I
right, look.
have. I've had like little like conversations with him and stuff like that. Like, it's, you know. But again, it's all part of growth. Another thing that I noticed about my brother is that he just went to college, you know, so he's experiencing like a lot more personalities, you know, from like everywhere, you know, which
probably make him bold too, and be like, all right, understand a little bit more.
I don't think he's gonna make him bold,
Probably
but it's gonna let him grasp like a more like broad spectrum of like type of people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, all right, like my brother's probably not the only one that's like this, you know. But like I think my brother thinks, or my brother like has a feeling that I'm more like what's it called, Neanderthalic. You know, like undeveloped the fucking brain because of the way I act and stuff. Because my brother's like real fucking like proper, like he doesn't like. Oh, I've never heard him curse, to be completely honest. I think I made him say the word fuck one time, and it was like kind of like by force.
Because you annoyed the shit out of him.
Yeah, not even no. It's because I fucking made him do it. I don't know if I did or not. I think I did. I'm not sure. But yeah, you want to see it come out of his mouth. It was kind of fucked up because my brother's not that way. I probably should have done that. You know.
Yeah.
But that's.
I bet has a lot of pent up, some type of emotion, bro. He's conservative type, so he holds a lot of things back.
Yeah, super conservative.
It's not good for the long run, bottling all that shit up.
But the thing is, I mean, it's just how he is, you know.
It gotta come out some way.
It's gonna, yeah. Well, he's really into his books and stuff.
Yeah, all right.
Super dedicated in achieving what he's going to college for, you know. Which I'm super proud of him for that.
Yeah.
Super proud. Like I can't say I'm not proud of either of my brothers, either Max or Chris. Max is still growing up, you know. We're still in those like little stages. But right now he needs his brother, you know. So I'm happy to I'm super happy to fucking go home and be that brother that that Max, Max needs, because he needs me there. I honestly feel like I do. I honestly feel like I do.
Ooh, I just thought about something.
Run it.
So like, I realized my sister started getting more and more angry as we were growing up because we had a little brother. My little brother was born, right? And she loved him, bro. She does love him. You know what I mean? She takes care of him now, like, but they bickered a lot. They butt heads like crazy. Like it was just fucking. It was like us when we were growing up, but it was like she's the older one now, and it's like she's realizing what I went through with her. When we used to butt heads about little petty shit, it was fucking getting little fights, but she's much more old. The age gap difference way more than her and my little brother, so she's like hit him and like fuck him up like that ass. But like she didn't realize how much younger and little he was that like you're pretty much abusing him. I mean, like
Yeah.
you can't hit him like me and you fuck because we're 4 years apart, granted, and I didn't really swing on my sister. I didn't do none of that. It's just the strength difference was obvious, but it's like she didn't hold on no reserves, bro, because she just lashed out. Bang, leave me alone. You're annoying me. And he was being just like she was to me. You know what I mean? On her hip, annoying, like, nah, let me play with this. Nah, leave me alone. Bang, all that shit. So I just realized that made her angrier because that was my stepdad's child, right? And she hates my stepdad. I hated him too. Honestly, me and him probably not gonna get along when I get out. But I'm gonna forgive, but don't forget type of person. So, but she's not. She's a fuck you, and I'm not gonna forget shit.
That's right now, man.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta tell it's a bigger.
Most of those lashes out was because she didn't want to lash out. She couldn't lash out at him, so she lashed out at his son. Let's say it like that. It was divided a little bit, and that shit caused a lot of problems. But now that my little brother is realizing my stepdad's true colors, they're starting to come together and shit. It's fucked up how the house is right now, but I'll handle that when I get home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that she's realizing that, she's like, yo, I'll go to the grave for this little man. Before, she used to be like, fuck this little dude, I don't like him. Not like that, but pretty much the way it was. It was kids. Yeah, it was on site fight beef. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not worried about how they're gonna turn out. Cause my little brother's real smart, but right now he's like going through a lot because the shock from he's realizing shit now. Like,
Yeah.
dad's like a dictator, and everybody's a victim, including himself. Like he feel like he don't have free will. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like he thinks he's making his son tougher, but he's really just fucking stuffing his personality away just to please his dad. You know what I mean? And that's not good. I don't want to have that type of conversation over the phone. That's a face-to-face, man-to-man, sit down, let's have a beer conversation about, yo, I can't tell you how to raise your son, but I can tell you how you affected me, the way you're acting coming up, and you're doing the same thing to your physical, like, your son. I'm your son, too, because you pretty much raised me. Fuck, like, me and him got into it, but I realized that I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him, no matter how much I hated him, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't forget shit. My mom found out some shit that me and my sister never told her about how he was and shit. From my little brother. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he realized that. I didn't know he saw that. You know what I'm saying?
How old is your little brother?
My little brother is 12 now, bro.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Because
my
what?
brother's
My
12 now.
little brother's fucking 12, man. Max is 12.
Yeah, my little brother's 12 now, bro. He's fucking 7th grade now. About to be. Actually, it's summer coming up. 11? No, he's 11. I'm tripping. 11, 12? No, actually, his birthday just passed. He's 12.
He's 12, yeah. My little brother's birthday's coming up.
He's mad smart. He's always been a smart kid. But right now, I'm like, yo, what do you want to do? Like, he's like, yeah, I want to play soccer and shit, this and that. I'm like, oh, yeah, bet, do that. But,
Yeah,
so, what I was trying to get to before was my sister felt attacked and alone for a little while. I didn't realize that. And then I started showing her love and shit before I left and shit like that. And I realized, I do love my sister. Whatever beef we had, it wasn't really beef. It was just she had attitude. I didn't know why. I didn't know what the fuck's wrong with her. But it's because, look, me and my little brother, I was one of the brothers. So me and him clicked immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like on all levels. Because we're boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she felt like she was being replaced by my little brother. And that she wasn't loved by nobody in the house now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's against her. So then I realized that's where that added fuel to whatever flame was going on. And one, she's a girl. She couldn't get as much freedom and liberties and shit as I did.
Yeah.
And we're 4 years apart. That's what I was trying to explain to her. Like, you're gonna have your chance, but it just didn't click to her yet. So everything that went on with her in school and shit, I told her freshman year, I told her, that's all gonna go. You're gonna have all your friends from middle school and some more. You know what I'm saying? And your friends gonna do it low down a little bit next year, this and that. I told her, like, just focus on what you want to do and do you. Like, that diploma is important, especially these days.
Oh yeah.
You can't be a janitor without a diploma now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you could, but it's just
yeah,
a lot,
but
harder.
it's like
The
the
degree- a
standard
degree-
now
degree
is
open,
higher.
Yeah, degree opens up more gates for
Yeah,
you.
standard now is higher. You can do whatever you want, really, but I'm saying that the standards now is higher. Like, you don't have a basic high school education. Technically, you don't need one, honestly. You can go off and do you, find out how to run some shit, and become a millionaire, billionaire. You don't need that shit. But right now, you're limiting your options.
Yeah.
Because, and you're not making any other type of investment or moves, and you're keeping yourself stuck, and you make your situation worse if you stay in the bottom of the pot. What happens to the shit at the bottom of the pot? The flame's too high. It burns and gets stuck to the pan.
Yep.
So that's where I stand on that. She's gonna be alright though, but Big Bro got her. I always say that. Big Bro got you.
I think I want to tell you. I want to tell you, Mo, is whenever you go home, bro, don't let that shit, take you. You're still you. You know
Don't
what I
let
mean?
it drag me in
Yep.
too much, too deep. Yeah, I know.
You stick your foot in, bro, and start with your foot, man. Or your hand. You don't put your whole body in it, man.
No, me.
Can't.
That's
probably the way it's gonna happen. But
that's
don't
what I
let
gotta
it.
avoid.
Not avoid. It's just like do as much as you can, but don't fucking just don't let it fuck you up.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that shit a lot, man. I'm like, I already have all this shit written down in my head or written down somewhere, like how I'm gonna handle it, but real life is not a script.
No, it's
It's not a script, man. So
I like that.
I have to like sit here and have talks with myself. Like, all right, look, if this happened, this how I'm gonna handle it. If this happened, this how I'm gonna handle it. What if that don't work? Fuck, I don't know. You just gotta roll with it. See if I could. My goal is to find some common ground and help that unit building. Only reason I didn't want my mom just straight up and leave my stepdad's because he was getting better. He started acting like a fucking father. Well, he was a father, but he has an anger problem too, bro. So me and my sister, they're both fires. Fires fucking. Usually you see fire come together and make a bigger fire.
Mm-hmm.
So they both have the same type of mentality, and the fact that they don't see that in each other is what I'm trying to open up the light to. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all the same. They're exactly the same, just from different perspectives. That's all I'm trying to open the door to. And if they ever realize that, then we'd be Gucci, because really, they could out these fires real quick, like, all right, look, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
With a real conversation.
Yeah.
But they've both crossed lines, bro. They both crossed lines. I don't think they could go back on. The only thing they could do is move forward. I'm not trying to bring up the past when I go home, but sometimes you gotta open up those scars to heal them, bro. But yeah, that's my goal, bro, because my mom is a victim of all this shit. My mom and little brother. My mom is kind-hearted and too sweet to fucking get in the middle of shit. She's always in the middle because that's her daughter and that's her husband. You know what I'm saying? She's conflicted. Some people are like, yo, it's an easy choice. You choose your fucking blood over it. But then she has a son with that guy. And I didn't want my little brother to grow up without his father like I did. You need some type of father figure in your life, bro. Granted, mine wasn't the greatest. Or my actual father wasn't the greatest either. But I found others, you know what I'm saying? I looked up to my uncle, you know what I'm saying? My uncles, he lives in New York. My mom, he takes care of my mom. They're real close siblings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. And then I play ball all the time. Favorite player is D Wade. Looked up to D Wade. I'm modeled after that dude, bro. Still my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I want my little brother to just have the opportunities. Like, yo, even if your father is not the greatest, he's still there. I don't want him to I didn't want him to lose his father at a young age so he could, like, have some type of animosity towards my mother, which probably would never happen, but, like, when you're young, you know what I'm saying? You don't rationalize things like that.
You can't.
You can't. You just like, oh, why'd you leave my dad? Why'd you this and that? Because he really loved his fucking dad. Right now, he still loves his dad, but he's realized his dad is not on that pedestal that he had him on. I'm seeing my little brother watch. You know when you say you meet your heroes, they're not on that pedestal you had them on.
Yeah.
You don't meet your expectations. I have some things happening to my little brother right now. He's realizing his father really ain't shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like that. Father really ain't shit. Nigga's just an angry motherfucker with a heart condition that needs to relax if he wants to live longer.
Yeah.
He's a hardworking man.
Yeah.
Hardworking man. Fucking knows many trades. Like, he can do a lot of shit. He's been around a lot. Been around the block a couple times. I honestly think he's ignorant, but he's an older dude. He knows the way, he's been living the way he's been living forever. So he's stuck in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, honestly, when I'm looking at myself, I'm probably not gonna change much when I'm older. I'm gonna grow, but there's certain things I'm gonna be stuck in my ways. I get it. That's why I don't judge him like that. But with my way of thinking, it's not with his way of thinking. So I'm like, I'll never be like you, but I learned some things from you. But my brother, I gotta be there for him. That man misses me, bro. Me and him were like this, as I said, like instant.
Yeah.
That little man loves me, bro, and I love him like to the end of the world. It's just like that, bro. It's hard to explain certain things, but it is what it is.
I know what you mean, dude. Like, one thing I'm grateful for, like being like in the Marine Corps and like growing up or like going through all the shit that came here, dude. I always wanted like an older brother, you know.
Facts.
Just to have that, but like being in the Marine Corps, guess what, dude? You do have like older brothers and shit, you know, which is fucking. You have a lot.
Yeah.
You have a lot of brothers. You have a lot of siblings. You know, it's just good. It's just good. So I'm super grateful for that. But I honestly feel like at this point in my life, I'm super fucking grateful, dude, that I freaking learned understanding, how does it say, like the trait of understanding better. You know what I mean? Like I don't like irrationalize like I used to. I don't fucking do all that shit like I'm, you know, because I've been through a lot of bullshit, you know. And instead of like seeing something, being mad about it, I'm like, all right, I see something, I'm like, why the fuck is it like that, you know? Like why? Just like saying why and then getting a better understanding of like why the fuck. You know what it is? Alright, sorry about that, guys. Like, I know we sound like we cut off and everything is because like people started coming to the smoke pit and started like not being rambunctious, but just everybody's fucked up, you know. Everybody's having a good time. So, but I don't even know what the fuck I was saying, bro. Oh yeah. So it's like yeah, super grateful that the Marine Corps is like gave me a better understanding what the fuck is going on. It's like, you know, plus as you guys know, like I told you guys, like I've been through fucking anger management. I've been to fucking rehab. You know, a lot of therapy, and you know the way I am, I take a lot of things in. You know, I understand like why. My mind's like I said, like, my mind's always fucking thinking. Like it doesn't fucking stop. Like I wish my head would shut up sometimes. You know, it can't. That's one of my traits. Back to the siblings and stuff like that. Super happy that I'm going home. Oh fuck, ready to go. I wish I want to have that conversation. Like I want to have a conversation with Chris. You know, because I feel like we never actually had one. Like actually sat down and everything. Like I always fucking make jokes like let's go out, blah blah blah, and fucking let's go see some strippers or something stupid, you know. Because the only reason I do this is just to pick on my brother because I know he's not like that, like at all. Like my brother's not like that at all. I just pick at him because I know it like bothers him, which is kind of fucked up. But I'm his older brother. What the fuck you expect, you know?
This is true.
I wish like one thing I regret a lot is like not spending more time with Chris because like I remember I told you like the age gap is just like 4 years, man. 4 years is a lot, bro. You know, 4 years is a lot. It's a lot of growth, and we grew up differently, you know. Like differently. I saw like more stuff that he did that you know that he didn't see. I think my brother like actually, cause he didn't have like the good enough relationship with like his dad, and you know my mom's like how she is, and like that's how he is, and then my brother's real academic. Like I said. So I feel like he took a lot of like him growing up and his personality and stuff. I think he got it from like people, like his teachers from school, because they're real smart too. You know, I think that's why he is the way he is. But I don't know. It's like I said, it's a conversation that I have my opinions and everything, but like I'll never actually know like what the answer is until I ask him. You know, but that's like a sit down when I'm gonna have when I get home. You know, hope the motherfucker makes time for me. It's sad too, because he's going to college and stuff. You know, I want him to make time for me, but I know he's busy. He always has a busy schedule. Yeah, I told him like, yo, Chris, like when I go back home, we gotta hang out. I was like, he's like, well, come back in September. He's like, well, I gotta check my schedule. I'm like, first of all, I don't know what you're gonna be doing in September. Like, give me like a fucking Saturday. He's like, well, I can't. Sometimes I'll volunteer on Saturday. He's like, all right, give me Saturday before 6. He's like 6 p.m. or a.m. I'm like, whichever one, bro. He doesn't fucking matter. Just pick it at him, bro. 'Cause my brother's real structured.
That's good. That's real good though.
Yeah.
Start a business with him or some shit, you know?
Yeah, man.
See how it
Seems
works.
good. Yeah. Never know.
The day I saw my brother, the last day I'd ever seen him, I just started talking.
Yeah.
Then I go home by my weight, then
Yeah.
That hurts.
Well,
That hurts. I couldn't imagine that with my sister, bro.
yeah.
That shit hurts. That's real too.
Well,
I think that all the time with my mom, but I never think of it like my sister. I'm like, they always gonna be around. But he just brought me to some light, bro. He just brought me to some light.
fuck. Hey, I'm gonna bring someone in, guys. I know the conversation between me and Mo, but I remember. So he's my buddy Levi Hathaway, and we've had conversations before, like in this very smoke pit, you know, about like siblings and stuff like that. So I think he'd be a good candidate right now, actually, of like, cause well, I'll let him tell you a story. If I could take a seat right here, right next to Mo.
Mosey on in, bro.
what's going on, guys?
It's my buddy Levi Hathaway. Real guy, real good guy. He's real as fuck too, which I love, man. Cause it's hard to find like real people like in this hostile world. You know what I mean? But like sometimes you find those people with like genuine personalities, and he's one of them. You know, it's really. I want you guys to know that I don't really bring everybody into like my friend group. You know, cause you just can't. You know, sometimes you click with people, sometimes you can't. You know, what I love about like the Marine Corps, man, everybody's really fucking diverse. You know, everybody's been through like a lot of hardships. Everybody's been through a lot of bullshit. You know, and on the whole sibling fact, you know, Levi actually he shared a story with me about his brother and stuff like that, and I feel like it would really correlate with what we're saying, you know. And he's actually had like a loss, and for that, like the conversations we had, like makes me super fucking grateful that I have a fucking like that I still have my brothers here, you know. It might get a little emotional, guys, so like brace yourselves. So here's Levi.
All right, guys. So I grew up in a pretty big family from a small town in Missouri, and I had three brothers, one sister. In 2012, I had actually lost my older brother, Brandon Hathaway, in a motorcycle accident. He was honestly one of the best dudes that I'd ever met. He was honestly one of the best motorcycle riders, you know, just a genuine dude. Had an amazing voice. He had everything going for him. My brother taught me everything I know about hunting and fishing. Him and my dad, they had me in the woods ever since I was little. And I was a junior in high school. I was only 17 at the time, and I never really understood what was going on. I just lost my best friend, my idol. I still look up to him today. You know, it makes you realize that life's too short. You know, I still got two of my brothers around and my sister. One of my brothers is locked up in prison for a $2.1 million meth conspiracy, and one brother's doing his own thing, and my sister's married. And I decided, you know, I needed to get away from home, and I needed to join the Marine Corps. And even being away from family just made me realize that life's too short. You can wake up tomorrow and the closest person you ever met, you can literally talk to someone, they get in their car and some freak accident happens and they're gone. You're never gonna see them again.
I mean, God forbid.
I mean, I was raised in a Christian family, you know, and although I never went to church, because to me, the only person in the church is a hypocritical person. And every church I ever went to, I was judged because what I was wearing or how I was raised. Society today, everybody thinks they're entitled. That's one of my biggest things in life. If you walk around thinking you're better than everybody, you've set yourself up for failure in my eyes. I'm a very sociable but unsociable person. I have a very small friend group. In my spare time, all I do is I hunt and I fish and I hang out with a small group of people. But you are who you hang out with. You are who you hang out with. You hang out with a bunch of drug addicts. You hang out with a bunch of punks that always want to go to, like, always get put in jail or running from the cops, that's exactly how you're going to end up. Anyways, back to the topic. Now, my siblings are everything to me, and even back to me leaving for the Marine Corps, like, I've realized that me being away, how special family is. I've got nieces and nephews now. My sister's married, and she's had kids. My brother's married, he has kids. I got a niece from my other brother, and it's just, my siblings are my everything. My siblings are my life. If I got another call tomorrow that another one had been gone, like my brother Brandon, it would kill me. Because if you don't make time every day, not even every day, if you just don't make a little bit of time, take a little bit of time after your day. It don't have to be every day. It could be once a week, once a month. Just call them up. Let them know how you're doing. Ask them how they're doing. How's their family? How's your nieces and nephews? How's life? Because you never know. That could be the last phone call you ever make. That could be the last time you ever see them, talk to them, anything. And that's the real life truth. The day I lost my brother, I was headed to work running late, and I drove by his house. He was outside. I honked and waved. I didn't stop that night when I got off work. I left. And before that, I hadn't talked to my brother in a really long time. You never know what's going to happen in your life. 1 minute they're there, 1 minute they're gone. So take every day like it could be your last.
Hey Levi, you said you wrote a song for your brother, man. If you wouldn't mind, would you mind like sharing that with us? Or
yeah, I wrote a song. My very first song I actually ever wrote. I'm a very amateur country music artist. Very amateur. I like to do a lot of covers and stuff, but I wrote a song called Until We Meet Again. It's for my brother Brandon. Here in a little bit, I'll run over and grab my guitar and I'll play it a little bit.
I'll pause this, man. Or I'm gonna keep it running, bro. You can just go grab your guitar right now.
I'll run out to the truck and grab it.
Cool. All right.
I'll be out there.
Yeah, man. But like, see that it's a perfect example. Like our brothers and stuff like that, or our siblings. You never know what's gonna be the last time, and I don't want that. I don't want me and my brother's like relationship to like spiral like out of control to a point where I can't reach him. Especially now he's real young. He's growing up. He's 19 years old and he's growing. He's growing. But what fucking pisses me off a lot is growing out without me. Don't get me wrong. We're brothers and we always when we're younger, we always butt heads and sometimes I regret doing some shit. Because it's I'm pretty sure I did a lot of fucked up things. Something that should have been a fucking some words that were exchanged. I think I beat my brothers. But brothers fight. But the 4-year difference. Something I wish I wouldn't pushed them because I was angry or stuff like that or anything like that. But all right. Well, I'm gonna pause it real quick and we'll get back with Levi in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back with Levi. I mean, we might sound a little bit more echoey because we came into an actual room instead of being outside. So hopefully I had my little gain no absorbance of sound. It went down a little bit so you guys don't get overwhelmed with everything. But yeah, like I said, I'm here with Levi. Levi, what happened? What made you want to write this song? Just I know it was your brother and everything, but anything specific? Just how'd you come up with it? Or
So it's actually the very first song I ever wrote. Like I said, I'm a very amateur country music artist. I've actually only wrote 3 songs, but the first song that I ever wrote, I was actually talked into trying to start writing by one of my best friend's moms. She's always told me she loved my voice. She told me that she believed in me and that I could write a song. Before I actually did this, I didn't actually think I could do it. But I was at the beach one night. I was playing a song, and the chords just stuck. And I just carried away with it. Like I said, my brother and I, we hunted a lot. We fished a lot. Hunting and fishing is pretty much all we know. And I was sitting out at the beach, sitting in the back of my truck, and the words just came to me as I'm playing. It's not completely finished, but we'll see how y'all like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember the night like it was yesterday. It's been 6 years and it still ain't the same. I wish I could see your smiling face and hear that laugh again. You were more than a brother and a best friend. You were one of a kind, genuine man that everyone looked up to. And as I sit against this oak tree, I know you're watching over me. Tell Grandpa I said hi. I sure do miss those days. We were sitting on the old fishing bank, swinging a miss at the old pay lake. Do anything for one more day, do it all again until we meet again. You taught me everything that I know, how to catch a fish and how to skin a doe. I still look up to you today, and everyone knows that'll never change. They say devil leaves a hole that can't fill, and you left us memories that they can't steal. Like these times we sat in these woods, chasing big long beards. And as I sit against this oak tree, I know you're watching over me. Tell Grandpa I said hi. I sure do miss those days. We were sitting on the old fishing bank, swinging a mess at the old pay lake. Do anything for one more day, do it all again until we meet again. Yeah, until we meet again. So that's it. I actually wrote that song in under 45 minutes. It's not completely finished. It's only about 2 minutes long, but it came from the heart.
Yeah, don't downgrade yourself, man. That's beautiful.
It came from the heart. I felt like, I've always struggled to actually find a way to not really, because you're never going to accept a loss. It's never going to be the same. Nothing will ever be the same. This is pretty much my way of getting to cope with it, I guess.
Your own therapy.
When I wrote about it, it's like my own therapy. Music is my therapy. I can have the worst day, the best day, whatever. But when it comes to music, when I'm singing, it's just me and my guitar, and that's it. That's all I needed. And I felt like when I wrote that song, I felt like everything had just been lifted off my shoulders. Every problem that I ever had, every bad time, it all was gone. I felt like my brother was right there with me the whole time. When I wrote that song, I felt like he was just putting the words in my head as I was writing that song. And it's something that means a lot to me. I know a lot of people out there, they can relate because they've lost a loved one, they've lost a mother, they've lost a father, they've lost a best friend, a brother, a sister, you name it. Everybody goes through it, I know that, and everybody has their own way of coping, but it will never be the same. Nothing will ever change that. You just got to find your own way that's going to help you get through the pain, because they may be gone, but you're not. You got to live every day as where you got to pick yourself up, you got to dust yourself off, and you got to tell yourself that tomorrow's a new day. Let them live through you, carry on their legacy. And I feel like that's the only way that I can do that. Because I still, like I said, I still look up to my brother today. My brother is literally my idol. Nobody will ever replace my brother. I wanted to be just like him. I wanted to dress just like him. I wanted to hunt just like him. Like everything he did, I wanted to be just like him. Because he was literally my idol. And I felt like when I wrote that song, he was right there with me, and he was just giving me the lyrics, and it all worked out.
Yeah, man. See, guys, like that gives you like what he just said, like gives you a different perspective on like we're siblings standing and everything. like I'm the older brother, you know. Like I know for a fact my brothers like look up to me, and Levi being
Youngest.
the youngest, you see different points and you know in the relationship of like brotherhood and stuff like that. Well, that's all actually. This is actually all the time. We actually went over the amount of time I was supposed to go, but with that cut, you know, when everybody's in the smoke and everything, we cut that out and everything. But I want to say thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Mo actually left. He had to go back to. He was working. Actually was bothering him at work. And I want you guys to know that this recording was actually done June 17th at 3:00 in the fucking morning. All right, this is 3:00 right now. So again, my name is Andrew, and I wish you guys a good night or a good morning or a good afternoon or whatever time of day you guys are listening to this.
See y'all later.